Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our webinar, Overview of Hexagon Mining Solutions. So, I will start with a brief introduction about Hexagon. Hexagon is a global leader in digital reality solutions, combining sensor, software, and autonomous technologies. Our solutions free our customers to harness the rapidly increasing amounts of data, putting it to work to boost efficiency, productivity, quality, and safety across industrial, manufacturing, infrastructure, public sector, and mobility applications. I would also like to introduce our speaker. Today we have Raghunath TVSK, who is the Deputy General Manager in Mining Solutions. He has an experience of 14 plus years in mining, mine planning, digital transformation, and has in-depth understanding of various digital mining technologies and has proven abilities in coordinating in various mining companies for their digital transformation. Before handing it over to our speaker, I would like to mention that if at any point you would like to ask a question, please feel free to enter it in the questions box. We welcome your questions and we will address them after our presentation. If we are unable to get to all of the questions in our live session, Raghunath will reach out to you after the webinar by email. Just to let you know, we will also be sharing the recording of this webinar after the session. Over to you, Raghunath. Raghu, you have to unmute yourself, please.
Yeah, thank you, Divya. Thank you all for joining this session. Uh, Today, I will be presenting you the mining solutions, what Hexagon provides over the entire ecosystem of mining industry, in the mining industry. So let me start the presentation. So Hexagon's vision is to create a digital reality over the real world structure, which acts as a mirror to the current working structures in various for various industries. So to manage what actually happening on ground and to monitor and to emphasize and to increase the productivity when it comes to the mining and the safety uh, structures. So our division, our mining Hexagon AB, which has the corporate office in Stockholm, Sweden. It's a digital reality solution provider. And in the past year, 2023, we have done over 5.4 billion euros, and we have global presence in 50 plus countries, over 24,500 employees, and our main focus is on the R&D because as the client requirement, we try to develop the product and features, and we spend almost 10 to 12% of revenue on our R&D services, and we have 6,500 plus employees in research and development. Our ecosystem has been divided into two platforms: production and people ecosystem, which covers production ecosystem, which covers manufacturing in industrial facilities, mines and agriculture, autonomous mobility, and people ecosystem covers buildings, infrastructure, cities, and defense. So our we have various divisions in Hexagon, which is manufacturing intelligence, asset life intelligence, geosystems, which is nothing but Leica, the Leica products. All the Hexagon owns the Leica, and autonomous solution in which mining is one of the division, and safety and infrastructure, which is a geospatial product for change detection, as well as geomedia and Arradis imaging products and map enterprise products, which is one of the part of Hexagon geospatial products. So we are situated over 18 cities with 15 offices and 11 service centers, and we have R&D center situated in Hyderabad as well as in Pune. Coming into the digital solutions of mining for mining industry, as a mining persons, we know we have evolved from conventional mining structure where and then to semi-mechanized and then to the mechanized and fully mechanized. Now we are in an era of digital mines, and digital mines to the smart and then to the autonomous. So Hexagon has various product portfolios which consists of hardware, software, or amalgamation of both. So for each and every activity, what we do inside the mining, for the planning, for the operations, for the safety, monitoring and survey. We have the various products which are integrated with one to another and will create a complete ecosystem. It's like it's not a product which is independently working. It's try to connect or create a relation between one event to another event. Let's say a planning product is connected to the fleet management and the safety, and a radar is connected to the fleet management and safety, and mine benches and all. For this purpose, we have divided our division inside the mining division into five different verticals. One is mine plan, mine operate, mine protect, mine monitor, and mine enterprise. I'll be taking to each of these verticals in this presentation. Hexagon Mine Plan is a mine planning solution. Earlier, it was acquired from Mintech Group. It was used to call as MineSite. It is one of the oldest software which has a experience of 50 years in the market. One of the oldest software, which does the exploration, modeling, designing, scheduling, and production. So the difference between the planning solution what we have and what the solutions what here in the market is, it is a single platform user interface where all the CAD tools, all the designing tools are embedded, and each and every requirement is converted into a module. Let's say if you want to design a pit, it has the same screen, same operations. And if you want to design a sections using the boreholes, it's the same structure. The design can be done for both coal and minerals. It's a single solution which can act in for the various operations in the for the planning operations, for the exploration, for geological modeling, for designing, for pit designing and the strategic designing, pit optimization, scheduling, long-term and short-term, and finally daily short-term planning for the daily activities and drill and blast designs. So geology, as we know, we for the geology we need to uh, receive the borehole data. Once you receive the borehole data from various systems, we try to connect them and create a solid and then estimate it using the variography or variogram models. And the complete process of the geology structure is with the mine plan. For drill hole management, the drill hole manager is a database platform. So where you can incorporate the drill holes, blast holes, point data, image data, any kind of data that is you think in the future can be used for the further modeling process. It can be incorporated, and all this data can be managed because it's a SQL based database. So it's independent of as per the project. So you can create a database and can be you can utilize this database in for various purposes. You can utilize the same database for estimation, same database for uh, solid creations, and also for regular blast hole database for drill and blast and grade control structures. So once the database we have in our systems, we try to connect them using the sectional planes and stitch these sectional planes to one to another to generate a solid. This process of doing this is everybody know that is an explicit modeling. So the CAD tools are already been placed in the mine plan, which we can do using the using this CAD tools, the explicit modeling. We have an implicit modeler where basic borehole data information or any other additional information is been given to module called geologic. This is a radial basis function where RBF kernel uses the input data and try to create the air packed solids. And this particular module can be used for both coal seam generation and also for the mineral solid generation. And it has the fault options and dikes. Every other structure can be generated, whichever is possible using the borehole data. And next is statistical estimation, statistical analysis, and geostatistical analysis. So for that, we have a module called Sigma, in which the same borehole data is incorporated and generates the mean, median, mode, all sorts of swath plots or cumulative probability curve. The kind of statistical analysis can be derived using the Sigma tool. And once we have that, we do the estimation. For that estimation, we need the variography, creating the experimental variograms and variogram models, and try to test in various directions for the continuity or omnidirectional, bidirectional, and for basically for geostatistical analysis. For that work, we have Sigma. Once the system is generate the Sigma module for geostatistical tool, we estimate it. We have model calculations, model interpolation tools. We have various types of estimation parameters like inverse distance, kriging, simple kriging, IDS method, and so many other options. We have design tools here where you can create multi-bench design, multi-angle design using pitch slope, ultimate pitch slope, bench angles, and various bench angles or various pitch slopes for the various directions as per the mining sequence. You can design using our pit expansion tool. And next one is pit optimization. Once your resource model is generated, pit optimization tool, which we call it as a project evaluator in our system, the module. Pit optimization module determines optimal ultimate pit using the pseudo flow algorithm. Within the pit optimization task, you can calculate economics, generate ultimate pit, utilize all complex slopes options, and report resource from generating these pit shells. You can do the best worst scheduling allows the evaluation of ultimate pit. Strategic scheduling allows you to quick analysis of mine scheduling criteria like fleet size, mill size, etc. And then on, this is a schedule optimizer, one of the finest in our kitty. So it's not only schedules the data but also provides the optimal results. What I mean to say is once the schedule optimizer runs over the block model provided to it, it try to generate the optimal pit blocks where you can probably do the mining. It's not like simply plucking up the blocks inside the block model. So schedule optimizer is a market leader for strategic scheduling and optimization. So it has, you can set destinations, limit haul truck hours, configure mining constraints to produce feasible mine schedules, set phase precedences to ensure mining directions, manage haul networks, update profile dynamically based on mine material, and communicate schedules with the rich analytics and graphical reports. So this is small view of that tool, schedule optimizer, where we have a canvas. We define the pit uh, and also the multiple dumps and stockpiles and plant. And once after defining the strategic routes through graphical and to the dashboarding, we can define the cycle times of the dumper and calculate number of hours required to do the certain amount of target production and what is the cost being occurred for that. Calculate using the scheduling options, and this period conjunction is based on your requirement. You can use it for yearly, monthly, weekly, or for the lifetime. So this is called the schedule optimizer for the long run. And then we have this activity scheduler. Activity scheduler is a Gantt chart calendar scheduling approach to for tactical planning. It means like once it's a daily based planning. Now for the particular block, you want to define when mining happens, when drilling happens, when blasting happens, what is the sequence, who operates the drilling machine, and what is the target time for that, and what is the production targets to be defined for each and every dumper, the planning process. So you provide the necessary information. Once information is put on into it, it works in a intellectual way to provide you the timesheets for each and every activity. So the same task can be done for both the open cast and also for the underground. Route mapping material based on the destination targets and optimize the blending proportions. A drill and blast design is a customizable, easy use interface, standard format for sharing blast patterns, informations, and other processes in the mine efficiently to design blast with ease to use software. Avoid the risk, high wall stability problems, uneven blasting, poor fragmentation, inflated energy costs, and dangerous working conditions using the mine plan blast tool. Grade control is a localized estimation tool to control the grade dilution. So some of the minerals required a very, there would be a very small threshold value. So you need to maintain that grade for the plant. So you need to control the blast. So for that, it tried to analyze the blast hole samples. Using the blast hole samples, the analysis data, the system generates a localized estimation, and in the localized estimation try to pick those declines and decline directions. Basically the dig block generation is created, and which reduces the dilution, increases the ore grade percentage. The system, the mine plan solution can do underground CAD designs for various requirements like decline design, ring design, room and pillar, centerline tools, decline solids, safety base, ore passes, etc. So this is a high level understanding about the mine plan tool. The next portfolio is mine operate. Now, whatever the features we have presented in the mine plan, at the end of the day, we get the continuous sheet where the production targets are planned in the mine plan. So once we have the mine operate inside the equipment, the same data can be pushed back into the screens of these shovels as well as the dumpers. So now you can practically manage the actuals and planned data. So in the mine operate, we have fleet management, machine guidance, asset health, and also the operator assist. The fleet management is used in both underground and open cast, and it's health management for the real-time health reports for using the various sensors, and machine guidance is to guide the various loading and support equipment like dozers, drills, and shovels or loaders. This is an agnostic product, OEM agnostic product, which carries this four kind of hardwares. One of which is the core box, another one is the display, and there is a GNSS for the positioning and a Wi-Fi connectivity. This is the hardware which will be installing inside the equipment, both shovel as well as in the loaders and also the haulers. But when it comes to the loaders, we try to install the high precision tool. So once the equipment is installed with this fleet management FMS equipment, provides you the best path, complete truck cycle from traveling, waiting, spotting, loading, hauling, queuing, decking and tipping, and then back to the traveling. It gives the best path, dynamic reallocation, less usage of ties and fuels, because it try to provide the best path, understanding what is the optimal time that has been taken by each and every dumper, assignment, who is better utilizing the truck and shovel, optimize the production, and give benefits like reducing the idle time, reducing the fuel cost, reducing the labor cost, and also lowering the cost of and increasing the productivity. It provides the complete visual awareness of the mine. So here you can see, like any shovel, while working in the mines, we try to shift one of the dumpers from one allocated shovel to the another. So in dynamically, the routes will be assigning. Automatically, the cycles and operation flows will be generated as per the production requirement. So this is the software UI where all the equipment are being featured, and you can see the you can see the movement of all the equipments, both the loaders and as well as haulers. The machine guidance is a tool which helps the loaders, drills and dozers to actually see, actually the manage the current plant data. Let's say in the drill hole, we need to position the drill in exact XYZ location, what has been planned inside the drill blast layout. So to monitor the same, Machine guidance supports the drill machine, and it it gives a screen where operator, when he is moving the drill bit, he can position exactly where the location is being marked by the mining engineer or the drilling engineer. So once it is been marked in the position, once the marking has been done, an exact location, then the drilling initiates, and you can see in the live way how much drill has happened. Is there any obstruction has happened while drilling, and what is the total drill depth, and how many holes it has been drilled, and who is operating currently, and every other information. The same goes with the shovel. For the shovel, the concept is to dig exact grade value, to provide the proper grade information. To do that, the as you can see, there are several colors over there like magenta, green, and orange. So these are the grade blocks. So whenever the shovel touches the another grade area which is not proposed to drill, sorry, which is not proposed to dig, so immediately the information is passed on. And the currently what the screen you are seeing here is a screen provided to the shovel operator. So the high precision gives the millimeter accuracy. So whenever the bucket touches the wrong area, the information is passed on to the operator. So he will be more accurate in providing the highest, the proper grade, and also the lesser grade dilution. And there is a reverse assist where, as you know, it takes a lot of time and a lot of diesel while reversing the vehicle, and providing the proper spotting point, because there is another conditions like fog and also the dust. So due to these properties, dumper operator might take a longer time to position himself at the exact spotting point. So we have a reverse assist hardware tool which will help the operator to position himself, to position the dumper exactly at the spotting point in a click of a button. Next one is asset health. Asset health is, and again, we require the OEM authorization for that. Once you have the proper authorization, and they provide multiple parameters from the OBD port or canvas port, and these taking these parameters like brake oil pressure, what is the speed it is being utilized, what is the diesel consumption, multiple parameters, and each of these have the sensor reports. These sensor reports are connected to we create an alarms for each and every sensor. So whenever the alarm is created, let's say the speed or a pressure or some temperature. So for a particular temperature, if we set a limit for some 50 degrees to 55 degrees, whenever the equipment crosses this set temperature, when it is higher than 55 degrees, immediately an alarm is raised. An alarm is not only a single level alarm, you can use some arithmetic equations to continuously, like let's say if you want to connect two different sensors and try to create an alarm, it is also possible. So once these alarms have been properly generated, you can see on the map based error reports where equipment is using the higher where the equipment using higher temperatures, and where the higher speeds are being generated, where the oil pressure is high, etc. And this is the complete time based report. We can receive the multiple reports. The next portfolio is Hexagon Mine Protect. We have collision avoidance, pedestrian safety, fatigue, and vehicle intervention. So this there is a hardware which will be installed in the dumper, and in the all the moving vehicles and all the equipment. Whenever this comes near vicinity to another equipment, it may be a light motor vehicle or a heavy equipment, it generates an alarm, and it provides a visual alarm to the person who is operating it, and it gives a complete information like in certain amount of distance there would be an vehicle. So that is a customizable ring that we can create, and we have a hardware, and there is no requirement of any network communication for this collision avoidance is only to monitor from the command control center. But if there is no network connection, all the equipment can work properly, all the operators are can be given the necessary alarms, because both of these hardwares will speak to each other. So once and we have this personal alert tag or a variable. When this variable is been owned by a person and now he is detected as a human resource, on the screen you can see there is three kinds of colors: red, orange, and green. And these are the threshold limits. Whenever the person comes into the threat area, both the person and as well as the operator are warned. Next equipment, next product is operator alertness system, and it's basically for the fatigue and distraction. So it's a hardware, it's a camera based tool which sits in the dashboard of the operator. It continuously monitors the flickering of eye or distraction of a person. So while he is driving the vehicle or operating a vehicle, if there is a two types of flickering, a sleep flickering and a general one. If a person goes into the sleep, there will be a haptic feedback and the seat will be completely vibrated, and there will be a visual and audio alarms can be set to the person to make him more alive or more healthy while working in the system. And this alertness system not only works for the sleep parameter but also for the distraction. If the person is trying to move his heads distracted by any other reason, then also the alarm is generated. So these are the various parameters it works, like face movement, face positioning, eye conditioning, and blinking of the eye. And last one is vehicle intervention system, where it has 9 levels of observatory or informative and warning. So, so all these collision avoidance system, personal alert, and fatigue management or alertness system will give you an alarm. Now, the action should be taken care by the person himself. So the final action, the owner of the action is the operator who is doing operating the vehicle. Now, if there is a threat from another dumper and the warning is not been taken by the operator, so then on it try to stop the vehicle or slow down the vehicle. So it intervenes with the operations of the equipment and then stops the vehicle if it finds any nearby threat or imminent threat. And we have the survey and monitoring. We have reality capture. As you know, the Leica is owned by Hexagon. All the total stations, GNSS, DGPS, and scanners are part of our product portfolio. We have slope stability radars and monitoring hub and landslide detection. So there are multiple ways to detect a landslide or a rockfall. And for that, we have monitoring radars, geodetic sensors, geomonitoring hub. The hub is basically it connects multiple radars. So as per the line of sight is we should have a clear line of sight to radar to monitor the particular bench or the dump. So if there is no proper line of sight, we might need to procure multiple radars, and that all the data from these both two radars are stitched to each other and provide a holistic approach. So what is the movement of the material? Rock spot is basically a reactive sensor. I'll explain it. And we in the radars we can do the coal strip mining, and also so once the radar is installed at certain distance, and threshold limit is set for some millimeter per hour, 2 millimeter, 3 millimeter, 4 millimeter. That is completely customizable by the client. So it's a synthetic aperture radar. So it has a receiver and sender transmitter. And then, so once the wave is transmitted, and it calculates the time travel between the receiving and sending, and try to project the data in the form of millimeter per hour. So now this on the screen towards the right, towards the left, you can see uh, it has been set to 1.5 millimeter per hour. So this red area is moving towards the radar at a rate of 1.5 millimeter per hour. And what action to be taken? It's depend upon the mining professionals. So we have various radars, FMEO, it's a linear radar, and we have ARCSA 360. It's a 360 degrees rotating radar with the range of 2.5 kilometers to 5 kilometers. And we have a close range radar for 700 800 meters, which is Hydra X. There is another product for the blast vibration monitor, generally peak particle velocity, uh, from minimum from 1 mm per seconds to 400 mm per second. And there is a reactive product here, the slope stability. Radars are the preventive, so it continuously monitors the product, monitors the high wall or the dump, and provide this is the movement in this month or in this week or in this hour. But there are certain accidents might happen which is not prevented, which is not happening from many days. It might happen at a current scenario. A rock might be falling from certain height. So for to detect such kind of activity, we have a product called rock spot. So whenever there is a rock fall from certain height, while it is happening, it generates an alarm, uh, and it sensors the rockfall and generates an alarm for that. So as you can see in the right side, a rock was falling. At the time of falling itself, it has created a path to it. Now, whoever are nearby equipment is there, we can alarm these people that some kind of rock is falling from certain height. uh, a product portfolio for radars. We also got ground penetrating radar for subsurface analysis. We have, and this is split cam technology. Split cam technology is for the post blast analysis. So again, this is a camera based, hardware based software solution, and it sits on shovel and dumper as well as the conveyor. Three types of cameras. It tried to calculate the particle size of blasted material. So what is the total particle size or the blast material size in real time? While you are loading the material to the dumper, it calculates what is the sizes as per the is it being required. So every size is being calculated and it will provide the continuous report what are the sizes and what is the optimal size and what is the size that has been produced. And this is the blast movement monitors. These are basically for the overall grade control tool. So we have a planning solution, as I explained earlier, to control the grade, but to physically test it on the field, we got these blast material monitors. These are baseball size products which are strategically placed over the circumference of the blast area, and we detect the pre and the post datas of these monitors by calculating the pre and post. So pre, we take the information and then we blast the material. Now each ball is calculated as a geolocation, and now what it has been transferred after the blast. So once you calculate the dig line accuracy, you can try to create the best possible sequence, so that dig block sequence, so that you can try to reduce the ore dilution. The last one is mine enterprise, which is provides the management and corporate insights to the for the operational performance, and using analytical processes enrich FMS data by combining data sets and simplify the data structures for reporting, and visualize equipment health alarms and create proactive maintenance practices. So it gives the continuous dashboarding of various data that are being generated with the various sensors and for fleet management or for the protect tools. And we can connect the multiple mines in a go, and we can view what's happening over the mine. This is a product from, let's say, it's a product from the Geospatial MAP enterprise, which has a concept of command control, and you can visualize and do the decisive support. But this is for additional products, like whatever the mine, it doesn't only carry the equipment and the safety, but also it has CCTV surveillance, entrance control, visitors management, access control, emergency response, weighbridge information, perimeter protection. The information from all these kind of events can be all these APIs can be collected and can create we can create a complete dashboard for that, and in real time you can check whether the events are properly managed or not. So this is a small example for that. This is a drill site where you can see the drill management, drill hole current scenario with multiple dashboards, a pie diagram or a graph diagram, what it's happening over a week, in a date, in the time being, and you can just check over the time period. So this, and finally we have this map tool where we can use it for R&R, reclamation and rehabilitation purpose, land acquisition management. It's a geo-enabled dashboards. Uh, we'll close this session using a small video.
Productive minds recognize that technology is essential to being smarter, safer, and quicker to respond to change. Hexagon integrates life of mine technology, delivering end to end solutions for its customers worldwide.
Plan, operate, protect, monitor, analyze, and report on all mine activities.
MinePlan delivers everything needed by an exploration or resource geologist to store, manage, and analyze drill hole data, perform geological interpretation of the deposit, and generate an accurate block model. Whether in a quarry, surface, or underground mine, MinePlan provides engineers with OP-CAD functionality to create and optimize 3D designs and activity-based schedules. Full virtual reality brings new and compelling dimensions to visualizing and sharing mine plans. Survey and scan complex field data into realistic and workable 3D models. MineOperate creates automated production cycles and operations workflows. Using mobile devices, it captures real-time, in-field data from across the mining life cycle. Daily production activities and equipment utilization metrics are captured and converted, ensuring continuous business improvement. High precision guidance delivers accuracy and instantaneous feedback. Identifying machine health trends in real time improves efficiencies and reduces wasted effort and resources. Mine Protect is at work in more mines than any other safety solution. Non-intrusive cabin display units and wearables protect vehicles, equipment, and most importantly, your employees. Integrated tracking prevents accidents caused by blind spots, driver fatigue, vehicle size, poor visibility, and busy traffic, and reports incidents in real time. Everyone goes home safely.
Measure high walls and perform real-time slope monitoring using radar, total stations, and GNSS. Our geomonitoring hub makes sense of combined measurement results with easy-to-use software.
To support successful mine management, Mine Enterprise connects processes and data in a reliable life of mine data hub. Connect to any system and enable data enrichment in a single interface accessible to everyone. Hexagon's mine monitoring services offer an enhanced layer of expert oversight. Customers monitor and control all aspects of their operation. Our regional monitoring centers, supported by a global network of monitoring specialists, feed data from fatigue monitoring, system and database usage, and enterprise reporting directly to you. At the surface or below it, Hexagon can help you increase production, decrease costs, and improve safety.
As a holistic approach, the product portfolio we have divided as per the mining value chain for the survey, mine planning, and for the production, uh, safety, monitors, and also for the enterprise, radar and enterprise. So these are the various products which are the software and the software and hardware combination. And what is the end statement is every product is interconnected with another product. Let's say the radar, if radar detects some kind of instability over the mine, the same information can be passed on to the FMS, and FMS and mine plan short-term scheduling data will be pushed to all kinds of equipment for the daily production processes. So that's it from my end. Thank you. You can ask some questions.
Thanks, Raghu. So we have one question on the screen, or I will read that out. And in the meanwhile, if anybody has any other questions, they can put them in the question answers box. So Raghu, somebody wants to know if Hexagon has any solution for end-to-end exploration and database management, some sort of an interactive platform, kind of like a central platform which can integrate all the solutions in one place.
Solutions in the months one place data management we have for the borehole data which is necessary for the mine planning. It's not the is it borehole data or any other databases. Whatever the borehole data information is there, we have the complete set of tool which is called torque, which can manage the borehole, drill hole, sample, mapping data, images, core line images, and every other data can be incorporated into it.
Okay, thanks, Raghu. So we'll wait for another 2 minutes to see if there are any more questions. If not, we will close the session.
Okay.
And if anybody has any other doubts, they can also reach out to Raghu on the mentioned email address and phone number on the screen. Okay, since we don't have any queries from the audience, we will close the session. Thank you everyone for joining in. This concludes today's webinar. Please join me in thanking Raghunath for this informative session. And please note the email ID displayed on your screen in case you need any further information or have any queries later on. We will also be sharing a recording of this session if you wish to listen back to this webinar. We appreciate your time and hope you have found this webinar to be a valuable experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Divya, and thank you all for being in this webinar.